Hey, Talking Fam, and today we are going to go ahead and take a look at the NFL Week 15 injury reports. So today we are going to go ahead and take a look at Saturday through Monday in the NFL. So let's go ahead and get into it. Please like and subscribe down below as well. Thanks a lot for supporting. All right, so first game of the week for Saturday in Indianapolis Colts at the Minnesota Vikings. Quarterback for the Colts, wide receiver Mike Strachan, cornerback Kenny Moore II, and cornerback Brandon Facyson will be out. While for the Vikings, center Garrett Bradbury, cornerback Cam Dantzler, outside linebacker Danielle Hunter, outside linebacker Patrick Jones, and defensive lineman Harrison Phillips are questionable. For the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns, quarterback Lamar Jackson will be out. Offensive tackle Morgan Moses, guard Kevin Zeitler, and punter Jordan Stout will be questionable. For the Browns, wide receiver David Bell is going to be questionable. For the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills, safety Elijah Campbell and Eric Rowe are all out, while River Cracraft is doubtful. Quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, running back Jeff Wilson, and offensive tackle Teron Armstead are all questionable. For the Bills, guard Ryan Bates and defensive tackle Jordan Phillips are questionable as well. They are out. Sunday, we are here on Sunday games. The Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. Offensive lineman Chuma Edoga is going to be out. While for the Saints, linebacker Zach Bond and cornerback P.J. Williams are out. Running back Dwayne Washington, tight end Jawan Johnson, tight end Adam Troutman, defensive end Peyton Turner, linebacker Pete Werner, cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, and safety J.T. Gray. They are all questionable. For the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Carolina Panthers, quarterback Kenny Pickett is going to be out, while linebacker Miles Jack is questionable. For the Panthers, linebacker Brandon Smith is out, while DJ Moore, Laviska Shenault, and safety Xavier Woods are questionable. For the Philadelphia Eagles at the Chicago Bears, for the Eagles, safety Reed Blankenship will be out, while for the Bears, wide receiver Chase Claypool, tight end Trevon Wesco, offensive lineman Larry Borum, and wide receiver Keneal Harry and defense back Kendall Vilder are all on the injury report. For the Chiefs at the Houston Texans, we have wide receiver Kadarius Toney and defensive lineman Chris Jones listed as questionable. For the Texans, running back Dameon Pierce, wide receiver Nico Collins, wide receiver Brandon Cooks, offensive lineman Kenyon Green, defensive lineman Taylor Stallworth, defensive back Steven Nelson, defensive back Derek Stingley Jr. are listed as out, while offensive lineman Justin McCray is questionable. For the Dallas Cowboys at the Jacksonville Jaguars, tight end Jake Ferguson will be out for the Cowboys, while defensive end Dorrance Armstrong will be questionable. And for the Jaguars, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, offensive lineman Brandon Sheriff, linebacker Chad Muma, linebacker Trevon Walker, cornerback Darius Williams, and safety Andrew Wingard will be all questionable. For the Detroit Lions at the New York Jets, we have guard Coyote Oswasta, defensive lineman Michael Brockers, linebacker Derek Barnes are all out, while running back Justin Jackson, fullback Jason Kabinda, center Frank Radnow, defensive lineman Aiden Hutchinson, and cornerback Mike Hughes are questionable. For the New York Jets, quarterback Mike White will be out, wide receiver Corey Davis and cornerback Brandon Echols will also be out. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams is questionable. For the Cardinals at the Broncos, the Cardinals defensive end Zach Allen and cornerback Byron Murphy are all out, while Marquise Brown, Rashad Coward, Antonio Hamilton, cornerback Marco Wilson, and safety Charles Washington are questionable. For the Broncos, quarterback Russell Wilson, Kendall Hilton, Cortland Sutton are all out, while Andrew Beck, Dalton Risner, DJ Jones, Draymond Jones, and Dakota Allen are questionable. For the Patriots at the Raiders, running back Damian Harris, Devontae Parker, Isaiah Wynn, and Jalen Mills are out, while Ramondre Stevenson, Jacoby Myers, Yannick Ajuste, Jack Jones, and long snapper Joe Cardona are questionable. For the Raiders, guard Alex Bars and quarterback Rock Ya-Sin are out, while running back Josh Jacobs, tackle Jackson Barton, guard Jermaine Illuminator, defensive tackle Andrew Billings, and linebacker Denzel Perryman are questionable. For the Titans at the Chargers, for the Titans, running back Dontrell Hilliard, wide receiver C.J. Board, wide receiver Treylon Burks, defensive end Danito Autry, quarterback Trey Avery, cornerback Christian Fulton, and safety Amani Hooker. They are all out. For the Chargers, safety Derwin Jones is doubtful, while tackle Trey Pipkins, defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day, and Bryce Callahan are questionable. For the Bengals at the Buccaneers, tight end Hayden Hurst, defensive end Trey Hendrickson, and cornerback Mike Hilton will be out, while cornerback Jalen Davis is doubtful. Wide receiver Tyler Boyd, wide receiver T. Higgins, and wide receiver Trent Taylor are questionable. For the Buccaneers, nose tackle Vita Vea, outside linebacker Jernard Avery, and linebacker Carl Nassib, and cornerback Jamel Dean are all out. For the questionable, we have wide receiver Julio Jones, offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs, linebacker Joe Tryon, Shohei Noka, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Mike Edwards, and Antoine Winfield Jr. They are all questionable. For the New York Giants-Washington Commanders Sunday Night Football game, for the Giants, offensive lineman Josh Izudu, offensive lineman Shane Lamo, and linebacker Ellerson Smith and cornerback Adoree Jackson are going to be out, while tight end Daniel Bellinger, defensive lineman Leonard Williams, and defensive back Nick McLeod are questionable. For the Commanders, offensive lineman Saahdiq Charles will be out, while wide receiver Cam Sims, defensive end Chase Young, defensive linebacker Eve Obada, and cornerback Benjamin St-Juste will be questionable. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams at the Saints. For the Rams, defensive tackle Aaron Darnold, linebacker Trevin Howard, defensive back David Long Jr., and quarterback John Wolford will be out, while center Brian Allen is questionable. And then finally, we have the Packers, while only offensive tackle David Bakhtiari will be out due to a knee/abdomen injury. So that is going to finish off our NFL Week 15 injury report. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.